didn't understand this whole, where does this whole road?
It swings into this space. Yeah.
It's over there.
Yep. Guarding the dead fish.
There, cuenta.
Look, the cormorant on the... no ducks.
What?
No ducks, just cormorants.
No ducks.
Yeah, but Kirsty took a good picture of a duck. Okay.
So Cecilia Grierson wasn't a sculptor, she was a physician. She was the first woman who graduated from the Argentine School of Medicine.
Huh. And the art gallery that you were suggesting for yesterday was one over here? Okay. The one with the German name?
There was her collection of sculptures.
So today we're going to run our last run in Argentina in the for this week. Yeah, we'll be here for a few days when we get back after our stay in Uruguay. Ahora. Are we safe? They have these confusing double one-way systems. You have two roads both being one way in places. This is the confusing corner for me. I never know which way to look. Always, but it is...
But you said this is the wrong way, so it would be coming this way. It's just for them to be able to do it.
Yeah, it's sort of a little easier today being a Sunday and 8 o'clock. The Buki bus. Takes how long?
4, at least 4.
Okay.
Because you have to go all the way around the waterway. I think almost the old bridge here. Or maybe going on the bridge.
It's too wide.
But over close and...
More up the estuary, closer to the river and further from the mouth of the river plate. El Rio Plata. El Rio de la Plata. Plata, I think, is silver.
Yeah.
The Silvery River. I could call this episode Running by the Silvery River.
No, it's still in the park.
It's still in El Parque, because the last one I did was our first run in BA. So this one could be running into the park.
See, it's Costanera.
Costanera Sur. But Costa is coast, so Costanera might mean the coastal park, the south coastal park. And this is where we saw that passion flower tree the first day. Zone 3, okay. We're not taking the same side of the park as we did the first day. We're going to see plenty of the river. We're going to be crossing it today. That first day I just wanted to see it. This side is slightly shadier, but we are coming out 2 hours earlier today. So the heat will be less of an issue.
Rango 4.
Zone 4. There's that bird again. The one with the orange tail. It's like a small orange thrush with a long pointy beak. There's another person taking pictures of the plants. Yeah, it's beautiful. And there's signs all the way along here with the local, pictures of the birds, pictures of the butterflies, pictures of the plants, pictures of the snakes or the reptilians. Rango 2. Going past the tall pampas grass. Very pretty. So this first sign is, what is it? Plantas silvestras, wild plants. Silvestra is wild.
Rango 3.
Silvestra stellone. Yesterday we did 7 kilometers here. Today we'll probably do about the same. But we were somewhat confused this morning because of the clock changes back home. Clocks haven't changed here. We're still on internet time.
Rango 4.
Zone 4. I saw this picture of Sylvester Stallone this morning. Oh no, John Travolta, that's right. It said something about the first celebrity suspected of having the coronavirus, but it was just Saturday Night Fever, and he's staying alive. It's one of those, somebody sitting around in Croatia dreaming up these memes, clickbait. He's taking pictures of all the things. Yeah, I'm gonna shake his hand. No. No handy shaky. Here everybody kisses each other. It's kind of alarming. But I guess they'll have to get out of that habit if they start getting any cases of the virus. As yet, I haven't listened to any Uruguayan news. That's the thing about the internet. You can listen to your local news anywhere in the world. You don't have to watch TV.
Rango 3.
Especies exóticas. And these are the Tarzan vines hanging from a tree. They look kind of quite insubstantial. They're taken by a faster, younger runner. I have Samantha talking in Spanish so that it'll be less alarming to the locals when they hear her voice emanating from my chest. Rendo is zone. The numbers you probably know. Rendo 2, I'm running. Rendo 3, I'm running. Rendo 4, I'm recovering. It's less hot today. Feels a little more humid. Yesterday, Norma noticed that my back was all sweaty. I'm going to be listening out for my hydration reminders. There you go, Aves silvestres.
Birds of the woods.
No, wild birds.
Oh, wild. Silvestre
Is wild, yeah. Domesticos are domestic, and silvestre is wild.
I thought silver was good.
I guess it is. Yeah, originally from the Latin, silvestre, silver. Silviculture is growing trees. Yeah, but silviculture is the is the culture of trees.
Rango 3. Medio de pulsaciones 131. Ritmo medio de entrenamiento 8 minutos y 2 segundos por kilómetro.
Getting ready for some fiesta. Yeah!
Rango 4.
Can you hear the music? I can. But it's on the other side of... Unless it's somebody behind us. In there? No, not in there. Behind there.
Rango 3.
Zone 3. It's funny how loud music carries in the air.
Why?
Well, because the wind makes
What's
it...
funny about it?
Well, it's always occurred to me that it's funny. How could a wave be affected by the wind?
Rango 2.
It's not a physical wave.
It is. It's physical.
I guess it is. It's the air moving,
That's why
and the wind moves
when
the air.
plane does that,
Does the what?
cracks the sound barrier.
Oh,
you
yeah,
feel the
yeah.
bolt,
Yep.
because it's a physical wave. It moves particles.
Yeah. When you break through, you get ahead of your own sound. Yep, they got their little tents up. What was that? A big bird.
Rango 1.
Oh yeah.
Orange feet.
It looks like some sort of wild goose.
There's definitely ducks behind that.
Yeah. Some mallards I've actually seen an Argentinian.
And the tree looks a little hampered.
Pausa automática.
It does look. There goes a heron, but with less legs and
Yeah,
less
so-
neck.
Yeah, so it's not a heron. It's not a long-legged bird.
Maybe it's an egret.
Entrenamiento reanudado.
All right, let's go. So I won't have to put music on this one because they're doing that for me. It's going to be a very simple upload. And this is where yesterday
Rango
I
2.
tried to take a picture of a wasp nest, but it really just looks like a jacket hanging from a branch. Not clear enough with my phone to zoom in. Very pixelated when I tried, but I think it's more important that I carry water than I carry my point and shoot camera. In this temperature, I could get up to some serious damage if I wasn't drinking enough. So 20 minutes will be a very important reminder for me, and that'll be coming up
Rango 4.
quite soon. How many minutes do you have on your clock?
18.
All right, so in 2 minutes I'm going to be reminded to take a drink and offer you one.
We pressed it. That was the tree.
Yep. Well, when I started it in the apartment, or department as they call it here,
Departamento.
departamento, it said auto pause, and if I didn't move, the clock would have stopped. Look at this weird route.
Looks like an elephant.
It does look like an elephant, doesn't it? Maybe it's a mangrove.
Rango 2.
Rendo dos. And this is the interconnector, I think. Yep. It says Al Rio. Yesterday, or the first day, we got to the other side of that connector trail. This side is slightly straighter and slightly shorter, but as we're doing an out and back, we can decide precisely where we want to turn. No problem. No problem there. Another bare-chested man. Hola. Now I know how Norman feels running in Florida, but today we are hotter than Florida. Mind you, there's a time difference.
Media de pulsaciones 129, ritmo medio de entrenamiento 8 minutos y 6 segundos por kilómetro. Es el momento de hidratarse.
Es el momento de hidratarse. And not a moment too soon. Do you want to go first? Could you screw the... I've only got one hand here.
I decided that was landed, just Lily thing.
Pausa automática.
Yeah, that's why I was thinking that was the reed cutter that I saw the other day. So I'll put some more water in the system
Rango 2.
so we can sweat it out. Okay, I'm good.
Like I would say to Zarin, I know you're good, but you want any more water?
Yeah, I was just thinking of Zarin. He's looking after Endor for us, helpfully. But he's the kind of guy that doesn't answer. If there's no issue, he doesn't answer. He doesn't even acknowledge that he received the message.
So you know if you
Entrenamiento reanudado.
All right, she's counting again. Yeah, you're probably going to hear the water splashing now, so I'm going to switch it around to the back. That's my other side, further away from the recorder,
Rango 2.
because it's very close. If I keep the water bottle at the front, it is very close to my voice recorder. Now it's on the far side of my body.
Rango 3.
We're 5 hours ahead of Victoria, so now 4, yeah. And Norman, I guess, is Florida time. I'm not sure what that would be. It's usually 3 hours difference. Could be 4. Could be 2. I'm confused. Today is the International Women's Day. Mirador Guillermo Enrique Hudson. Hola. Yep, that's the floating lily pads and stuff. It's a bicycle behind. Yep, the bicycles are the danger here. Well, the hazard, possible hazard.
Only if you suddenly change your course.
Okay. If you say so.
But if you're not changing your course, the bicycle knows where you are.
Okay.
Rango 2.
One of our air conditioners packed up yesterday, but luckily the one in the bedroom still works. And with the door open to the sala, the other room is cooled sufficiently. They're expecting rain here for a few days, starting tomorrow, I think. It'll be interesting to see what that feels like. Every time I look at my hoodie, it makes me hot just looking at it. Plus the black colour of it. I was going to bring my big sweater. That would have been
Rango 4.
very incongruous here. Downright insane. I don't think it's dropped below 20 since we've been here. And that's at the coldest time of...
I think that's below 23.
Yeah,
Not 24.
even in the coldest time of the day or night, it's still over 20 Celsius.
It's 20 over 24.
Yeah, so what would that be in Fahrenheit?
Rango 3.
75.
75, 80? Something like that, yeah. Hotter than we're used to.
45 plus 32.
45
Plus 32.
is 70,
87.
87.
There's a
Rango
pole,
2.
that was a motor.
Yeah, well, he's obviously, yeah, it might be some sort of official vehicle for the reed clearers.
Rango 1.
Zone 1. The good thing about my heart is it does recover very quickly from exertion, which is reassuring.
Rango 2.
And we're already pretty close to where we turned yesterday. It's a huge rope here going down to the reed cutter. Yep. So if we turn roughly where we turned last time,
Rango 3.
we'll do 7. Yeah, that's
Medio de pulsaciones 131. Ritmo medio de entrenamiento 8 minutos y 7 segundos por kilómetro.
8 minutos 7 segundos por kilómetro. Hola. This section is slightly paved, a little harder. And there's a showering station here. Yesterday we saw people just basically cooling off. I don't really want to get wet. It's not too bad at the moment. And back onto the dirt. So my next show will be coming to you from Uruguay, from Colonia. What's it called? Colonia? The full name. Colonia del Sacramento. Mañana. No, hoy estaremos en Colonia del Sacramento.
Rango 3.
Guy with a heart rate strap. Fast guy with a heart rate strap. I thought he was wearing a bra. No shirt, just a strap. Very skinny guy. A lean running machine.
Rango 4.
Rango 4. It's definitely a few degrees cooler than yesterday at the moment. What was that? It looks like it, yeah, you just pulled them up. That's the trouble if you carry keys in your pocket.
Rango 3.
Yeah, I think the latter was more his predicament. The hipless youth, young man. Well, I hope you're enjoying all these exotic bird and animal noises. Give you a chance to listen to them. I really like soundscapes. Occasionally the Archers have an episode where there's no talking at all. It's just sounds of amberage.
Yeah, well, if you stop talking, then it would turn into the background.
Yeah, so what happens is that you hear occasionally a tractor going by and somebody shutting a gate and mooing.
I know, but here, if you stop talking, it would turn into the background.
Yep, that's right.
So
It'll pick up the loudest and mute the background. Mind you, the Sony's better.
if you stop talking, it would turn up the background.
Rango 1.
Okay. I'm glad you put me straight. Where would I be without you? Lost and broke.
Rango 2.
There's the date palm that we saw yesterday. Árboles exóticos. Catching up with a cyclist.
Rango 3.
I think he's going to get away from me. I'm going to be in zone 4 in a second. Hola. Jogger behind you.
Rango 4.
There he goes.
Medio de pulsaciones 130, ritmo medio de entrenamiento 8 minutos y 6 segundos por kilómetro.
So my heart rate's 130. 150 para mi esposa, 130 para mí. I think this is where we turned yesterday. We saw the exotic palm, the date palm. I don't think we got this far yesterday.
It's just 3.8.
All right, so shall we turn?
Rango 2.
But you're going to push. That doesn't matter.
Yeah, let's turn here. I'm going to stop recording quite soon, probably when we get back to that little paved area. That'll be enough for today. You can see the advantage of a cycle here because you can get a little bit of breeze just by pedaling light and getting a little more air.
An e-bike would be even better.
An e-bike would be sensational here, yeah. I don't think we've seen any e-bikes. We've seen a lot of those rentable scooters, yep, that work with an app. You have to, basically you take a picture of the code, the little square checkerboard code,
Rango 2.
and it activates the scooter for you because they don't lock them up and they're dockless. It's a dockless system, but once you've activated it, then they start counting minutes and charging you by the minute. Yes, so when you stop, you have to remember to
Rango 2.
annulate or to cancel the account, stop the clock, and then the next person will activate it and start his clock.
Rango 1.
Oh, I let it slip to zone 1. Mea culpa. But we're enjoying our stay here. We're not arguing all the time. Not more than usual anyway. We do need each other. We do need each other. There goes a helicopter. Helicopter. My water bottle is starting to creep around my body. Pretty soon I'm going to pause, check my recording, and decide if I'm going to record any more. Let me do that now. See how we're doing for time. Alright, we're off again. 6 minutes to go of recording. Beautiful. There's two different colors of morning glory there. Purple and pale blue. And then there's this wonderful red tree with the little pods. I took a picture of this the first day. I'm beginning to recognize the same plants. These two different morning glory colors, purple and dark blue. I flipped my sunglasses up so I can see the colors a little better.
Medio de pulsaciones 127, ritmo medio de entrenamiento 8 minutos y 16 segundos por kilómetro.
You got that.
Rango 2.
8:16. That guy was chewing on his earphone cable. Hope he wasn't biting on it. So this is the paved section. I'll go a little past here today.
Rango 3.
The women here are all very healthy looking, tanned. Uruguay is going to be less crowded and apparently a little more expensive.
Rango 4.
You don't have the economy of scale that you get in a big city. If you want to stay in business, you have to be competitive. But that little central reservation is part of, this must be a bit of dry land there. When I saw them, they were kind of shoveling stuff into that middle section. They might be building a,
Look on the map.
yeah, they might be building a fake island there. So just a little bit more and then it'll be bye-bye,
Rango 2.
get home, finish packing, and off to the Seacat to Colonia del Sacramento on the other side of El Rio de la Plata. So, enough said for today. I will bid you adieu from here. Adios amigos. Hasta la próxima.